What's going on, guys? It is Shay here. Welcome back to another video. And today, everybody, welcome back to another tier list. So, in my last video, or my last tier list video, I had did System of a Down's Steal This Album tier list. And now we are going to just be doing some of their excess songs, some B-sides, some unreleased songs, and I guess some of their newer music, quote-unquote newer music. So yeah, with that being said, let's begin. So the first song that we have here is the Missing Song, aka Ginger. So this song is really cool. It's kind of like, it just kind of sounds like System of a Down, like everybody just jamming, just kind of just coming up with whatever comes like to for Darren coming up with whatever notes it comes up in his mind at first. Same with Chavo, then John with the drums, kind of like just a little jam. And with Serge, he's just singing. But I really do like the song though, dude. I actually have a burnt CD of this like a burnt CD of a lot of B-sides and unreleased songs of mine. I think it's actually up above my shelf, but um I do have a lot of those songs up there on those CDs. I think I have two of them that I just burnt on a CD myself. So yeah, the Missing Song is a really good song though, I will say. Really, really good song, and to me, it's nothing more than just a little jam that all the band has been doing in this. So, anyways, Ginger, going at an S tier. The next song that we have here is Hangman, which I actually saw a video about this on YouTube a while ago. With that being, this is being part of an alternate version of Plug, and I don't really know what it is. So, because of that, we're just gonna put it at an A tier. Excuse me. The next song that we have here is Storage, or Storage. I don't know which way you say it, because in some instances it's spelled like with two dots above the A. I guess like, I don't fucking know. So with that, I've kind of just spelled it as or said it as Storage. So Storage, I don't really know what this song is about. I literally have no idea what the song's about. But I don't know. The song is really, really good. And fun fact, but Storage is actually featured on the Japanese version of the self-titled album. If I'm correct, it is the last song on the album, technically. Either that or it's mixed up with another song. Or something like that, dude. I don't fucking know. But Storage is a really good song. With that, that's going at an S tier. So our next song that we have here is Marmalade, which is a very interesting song. It has been explicitly stated by Darren and Serge before that this song is literally about sex. This song is about, like, you know, if you hear the lyrics, it's kind of obvious that the song is about sex, because you have like what is it? um, oh my god, ensign we breathed and sex we tie duct tape, or like shit like that. Why does my phone keep going off? But yeah, like Marmalade is one of my favorite System of a Down songs ever, dude. I love this song. And fun fact, but Marmalade, I'm pretty sure every System fan out here in the US knows about this, but Marmalade has officially been put on Spotify for like the United States, like, or for over here in the US, it's been released to the public, because it's actually been region blocked for what I can assume to be years. And recently it just got put on Spotify. I remember the night I found out that Marmalade was finally on Spotify for the US. I was so excited, because I'm like, wait, Marmalade, it's on highlight, it's like not grayed out. And then I played it, and I'm like, wow. But anyways, Marmalade is a very interesting song, and it is also on the Japanese version of the self-titled album. If I'm correct, it is the second to last song. It comes after Plug, I think. Excuse me. But yeah, Marmalade, I really do really, really love the song. I adore it, actually. I remember when I first explored the song, I could not stop listening to it for days. And I'm practicing how to play the intro and the main riff on guitar. It's hard to play both the intro and the main riff, because Marmalade is not an easy song to play on guitar, but I am still learning. But Marmalade is going like right in front of Storage at an S tier. So the next song that we have here is Will They Die For You, which I assume is a song that is in a South Park movie. I can't tell, because I know it's from South Park, but I don't know if it's in a movie or not. But this song has P. Diddy in it, apparently. And I remember, you know, when Diddy was called out for all his shit, all of his atrocious shit he's done over the years, people were saying how System of a Down had collabed with Diddy and a whole bunch of other like rappers and stuff like that to make the song possible. And I don't know if Diddy actually sang in the song or if he was just a producer. I don't fucking know. And I don't even know if Serge even sang or even Darren sang in the song. I think they just did the guitar, bass, and drum work. But Serge may have been in the song. Because I listened to it last night to make sure, because I never heard the song before. So I listened to it last night and I was thinking, is he actually singing? Like, I don't know if Serge is even singing in the song or not. And there's a chance he may not be singing. I'm not sure, but I don't like the song. So this is going to go at a D tier. So the next song that we have here is Johnny, which is a B-side on Toxicity. First off, it is a B-side on the Chop Suey single, and then on the Japanese version it is added on to the Toxicity album for the Japanese release, because I think it comes after Bounce, which kind of makes a little sense. I really love Johnny. The song has that fucking odd time signature, but I like the song. It's a really first off, it's a really fun song to sing, and two, it's a really good song in general. I really like it. So you already know where this is going. At an S tier. So the next song that we have here is Frick, which I don't know if that's the right way to say it. But I've heard the song on a couple occasions. It's an okay song. I don't really like it, but it's still a relatively okay song, you know? So, I don't really have anything else to say about it, so we're gonna toss that up here at an S tier. So the next song that we have here is Blue, which is the original version of Blue. Now, for those who don't know, if anybody is into Serj Tankian's solo career, they may know that on a special version of Elected Dead, there are two bonus tracks, which are called Blue and Falling Stars. Blue is it's I guess you could say, I don't know if Serge had wrote Blue back in the day, but no, but since that it's on Elected Dead, I presume that he did write it back in the early days of System of a Down, because if he didn't write it, then I don't know why he would just randomly take Darren's Darren's lyrics that he wrote and just do like that, which would be kind of crappy and kind of scummy if he were to do that. But I presume he wrote the song if he remade it and put it on his album or on his own solo record. So Blue is a really interesting song. First off, the original version is, a metal song. The remake, which is on Elected Dead, is, I think it's more of just a full acoustic song in a way. But Blue, I don't really like. It kind of reminds me of Mind a little bit, because of I guess, and how slow it is. But even with that, I don't really like it. A tier. So the next song that we have here is Damn, which is another interesting song. I think this is one of System of a Down's first demos they've ever recorded. But I don't really know what the song's about, and I think it's only Darren singing the song. And I've actually heard a performance of Darren singing this in between a show. I think it was from some other song going into Toxicity. And I remember seeing that show, and I remember saying how there was a more unlikely chance that Darren was crying when he was singing that song, because it just sounded like he was crying, but he was mad. He was like, I guess, that pissed off kind of crying, where you're crying but you are mad. It just sounds like he's enraged to the point where he's crying. I don't know what show it was, but I remember seeing them, perform the song live, and we couldn't even see his face. It was total darkness. I don't know, dude, but I don't know what the song's about, and it's really eerie from what I remember hearing about last time I heard it. It's a really creepy song, so A tier. So the next song that we have here is Honey, which is one of my favorite demos from System of a Down. Honey, I don't know what the hell this song's about. I initially thought, with the whole lyrics, where the whole lyrics going, honey, the babysitter's here, it's 8 o'clock. I don't know what that means, but I really like the song. And fun fact, I can play the song on guitar. I can play the main riff. I can't play the whole song, hell no, but I can play the main riff of the song on guitar. It's really easy to play. But Honey, I don't know, dude. The song is just really interesting, and it just has that insanity that you don't even hear on the self-titled album. Because, I mean, every System fan knows this, but their demos are a completely different breed. It's like you're listening to a completely different band when you hear System's demos, unreleased demos, unreleased songs like Honey. They just sound like they're a different element, which is really, really cool. But Honey is a really, really good fucking song. And if you haven't listened to it, I say go listen to it. That's going on an S tier. Let's go. Let's put it all the way up here. So the next song that we have here is Temper, which is another unreleased demo. And this song is actually really political. And I don't know, dude. Like, the song is insane as well. Like, I think it's like I don't really know what the song's about. All I know is that it's a very political song, but it has a vibe. I can't really like say out loud because it's not coming to mind. But yeah, I don't know, man. We're gonna just put this up here put it on S tier. So the next song that we have here is Flake, which, if I am correct, this is System of a Down's first ever song. This was, I think, either it had it's I think it's Flake is what their first song is. And if I am correct, I have listened to the right version of Flake before, and it is a 3-minute song, and it is heavy as hell. First off, and I don't know, the band just sounds so fucking demented. Like, especially Serge, like his vocals sound so much more different in this. I don't know, man. Um, but Flake is a really interesting song, and for a first ever song from a band, wow. I Flake is one hell of a song. S tier. So the next song that we have here is "Shame," which is a song that System of a Down had did in collaboration with the Wu-Tang Clan, which is a relatively well-known rap group. And Shame is a very interesting song because it is technically a cover of Wu-Tang Clan's own song. And I don't like saying the N-word. I know I have every right to say it. I can say it all I want, but I absolutely hate saying the N-word. And I'm not going to say it here either, but it's shame on an N-word. We're just saying shame on a fella. Let's say that, because I just don't like saying the N-word, dude. But that's what the original song was. And of course, this is the one song where people were saying that how the Wu-Tang Clan had gave Serge the N-word pass, or pretty much they in a way kind of forced him to say the N-word because, apparently, from what I've heard from different sources, either the song wouldn't sound right if Serge didn't say the N-word, or he kind of maybe bullied him into saying the N-word or something just for that, because I think Serge did not want to say it at first. Maybe probably because he thought he was going to get canceled, but which understandable. Like, Serge's not black. He's not part black or anything. Um, so I can understand why he didn't want to say it. But I've heard other people say, "Hey, if the Wu Tang Clan tells you to say the N word, then you better say it." So I don't know, but from what I've heard, I don't know. "Shame" is a very interesting song, and it's first off, it was, I think, on the Lonely Day EP, and it was also on a compilation album called Loud Rocks, which feature a whole bunch of other, like, about the animation, what? A whole bunch of metal bands and rap groups collabing with each other and making songs. So Shame, I'm not a big fan of, so we're going to put that at a B tier. So the next song that we have here is Snowblind, which is a cover of a Black Sabbath song, and it was even featured on I think a compilation album of I think it was featured on a compilation album of like something about the Osbournes or something, where it was just like how they just put a whole bunch of songs up there, like that other I think mostly like new metal bands that have, like, covered some Black Sabbath songs, and System had did Snowblind. um but other than that, Snowblind is an okay song. I have heard it before. I just don't really like the song, so B tier. The next song that we have here is The Metro, which is another cover song that System did. I don't remember of who, but they did a cover song of somebody, and they did it. I think they made the song for a couple of movies. They made it for, well, it was featured in, I think, 2 movies, which those being Not Another Teen Movie and Dracula 2000. I don't know what those movies are. But The Metro is a really good song. It's kind of like System of a Down's only punk song that you will really hear, because, it's either alt metal or new metal, or alt metal or hard rock that you kind of get from System. You don't really get like a punk kind of song. This is the only song from them that sounds like a punk song, and I really like that. So The Metro goes up here at an S tier. The next song that we have here is Protect the Land, which is one of System of a Down's 2 newest songs. I'm saying newest because the song was released back in 2020. Same with Genocidal Humanoids. These 2 songs were released back in 2020. I think as like a fundraiser thing. because of what was going on. I've forgotten what country, but they made these two songs in response to what was going on in that country. It was like either some sort of something really really serious was happening. Um, and Protect the Land, I don't really like the song. And fun fact, this is probably the only System of a Down song I have never listened to in full. I've listened to Protect the Land like for like a couple minutes. I've heard it in other videos and everything, and I just don't like the song. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't really like the song. Maybe I need to give it a good listen to next time and maybe give my opinion on that. But for right now, Protect the Land goes at a B tier. And the last song that we have here is Genocidal Humanoids, which out of the two, this one, in my opinion, is better. Because first off, this song sounds angrier, one, and two, the song just sounds overall just better. I really like Genocidal Humanoids. So you already know we're just gonna have to go to. And also, um, Genocidal Humanoids, from what people are saying, kind of feels like it has like a death or black metal kind of influence in a certain part of the song. I would play it, but I'm gonna get copyrighted, so yeah. But I think it was like right before, I don't know, right before the whole insanity part of the song happens. It's like it kind of has like the death metal kind of feel to it. I don't know. If anybody has heard the song, you may know what I'm talking about. And there you have it. That is my tier list for all the unreleased songs and all the B-sides and demos from System of a Down. With this, I will probably never do any more System of a Down album tier list, because I did say and to steal this album tier list that I was completely done with System of a Down. I was never going to do it. I was not going to do any more tier list. But I did say unless it was a, like a cover, not cover, but like a unreleased or a B-sides tier list or something like that, then I was going to do that then. And I will say it again here, and I said it again in my Steal This Album tier list. If System of a Down somehow ever makes a sixth album, which is extremely unlikely, but if they somehow were to ever make a sixth album, I'll rank it then. But for the most part, this is all that we have here, and it would be really cool if we were to see all these demos like either remastered or like remade as like a new system album, like a B-sides kind of thing, which would be really fucking cool. So yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching. If anybody has any objections on my tier list, I would very much love to hear that. Don't know if that was the right combination of words. But with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.